Welcome back to Anchor TV Weekly. I'm Raymond Bakari. Coming up, a look at what events are happening on campus this week. Then, this week's edition of A Healthier You. And as always, a recap of Rhode Island College's latest sports games. Our first story this afternoon is a reminder of a couple things covered in last week's newscast that are occurring this week. One of those is Performing Arts Day. On Friday at 9 a.m. is a chance for prospective students to get a behind-the-scenes look at Rick's music, dance, and theater programs. Tours for that will be taking place at the Nazarian Center, and those who attend will also be able to meet current Rick students. As mentioned last week, people interested in signing up can find registration links on Eventbrite. And the other reminder is also on Friday this week, which is the final day students can apply for Rick's Career Empowerment Opportunity Program. The program connects current sophomores, juniors, and seniors with a 2.5 or higher GPA with Rick alumni. Connecting with those mentors opens up networking opportunities as well as preparing for the workforce. Applications for mentors are also open. Links to both types of applications can be found on Rick's Alumni Mentoring Program page online. In other news, it's quite the next couple of weeks for those who are big into the arts. There are a couple of events, shows, and/or performances to keep an eye on, and even consider attending over the rest of this month. On Sunday, Rick's Chamber Singers will be performing from 2 p.m. until 3:30 p.m. in Providence at St. Agnes Church. Later that same day, Rick's Chamber Orchestra is performing from 7:30 to 9 p.m. at Sapinsley Hall. It's now time for this week's segment of A Healthier You by production manager Mel Rising Dawn. Here's that segment.
Welcome back to another edition of A Healthier You. I'm Mel Rising Dawn. Before we get into today's topic, I'd like to issue a trigger warning. Today's topic has been on the news lately, but no matter where you hear about this topic, it's still heavy. Today we'll be talking about sexual assault on college campuses in Rhode Island. We'll be discussing data, Title IX, and what to do if you're in this type of situation. If this is too heavy of a topic for you, I invite you to catch up with me next week. Sexual assaults at the college level are underreported. According to the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 6 men are sexually assaulted while in college. The types of assault include fondling, up to, and including rape. Those assaults that are reported become part of what's known as the Cleary Report. The Cleary Report was named after Jean Cleary, a then 19-year-old Lehigh University student who was raped and murdered in her residence hall in 1986. It was signed into law in 1990 under President George H.W. Bush. This law now requires annual security reports to be issued, as well as maintaining public crime logs, issuing timely warnings of crimes representing theft, and keeping 8 years of campus crime statistics. As far as Rhode Island College is concerned, the 2023 Cleary Report, which contains data from 2022, shows no sexual assaults. According to the report, the last reported rape occurred on campus in a dorm in 2020. In terms of reported sexual assaults, this makes Rhode Island College one of, if not the, safest campuses in Rhode Island. In 2022, there were over 50 reported rapes total between Salve Regina University, Brown University, Johnson & Wales University, University of Rhode Island, Providence College, Bryant University, and Roger Williams University. Brown had the highest number of reported rapes last year, reaching 21, which almost doubled from the reported 12 in 2012. Rapes have also statistically increased at URI and Salve, which had 13 and 5 respectively. Now, the Cleary Report only captures the numbers and provides a central source for policies. So, what's next? Each school has what's called a Title IX representative. It's their job to make sure that Title IX is enforced. Title IX, in simple terms, prohibits sex-based discrimination in any school or educational program that receives federal funding. This civil rights law requires schools to respond promptly and effectively once a complaint is filed. They must promptly investigate and take appropriate action. There must also be information on the grievance procedure, or how to file a sexual assault complaint. This law also requires that each school have a policy that does not discriminate on the basis of sex. Said policy must also contain the school's Title IX representative's information. If you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, either on or off campus, please report it. On campus, there are blue boxes that can also be used as well. The police will guide you through what the next steps are, which will look different depending on the crime reported. The police are not here to judge. The more these crimes are reported, the better equipped both the police and campus community become in dealing with these issues. Sexual assault and sexual harassment are not normal things, and things such as intimate partner violence are real. As someone who has been the victim of multiple off-campus sexual assaults, please notify the police. It is crucial to do so, not just for your protection, but for the protection of others. That's all I have for this week. I'm Mel Rising Dawn, and this has been another segment of A Healthier You. See you next week.
Moving back to upcoming events happening on campus, Recovery, a student organization on campus, is holding an overdose prevention training. Those who attend will learn how to identify the signs of an overdose, use Narcan and fentanyl testing strips. The training is scheduled for next Wednesday via Zoom from 5 to 6:30 p.m. People interested in attending can register online, and any additional questions can be directed to the organization via email at recoveryorg@so.ric.edu. Shifting gears for the end of this newscast, it's time for this week's sports recap by sports manager Isaac Bean, who's in studio. Isaac, take it away.
Thank you, Raymond. Rhode Island College's women's basketball team is on an absolute tear. They are now 5-0 this season. Last Tuesday, they beat Bridgewater State by a score of 71-58. They followed that up with a 53-48 win against Babson College Sunday. Grad student Sophia Greer is doing fantastic. She has been averaging 11.4 points per game. Fifth-year student Isabel Booth is also having quite the season, averaging 9 points a game. In upcoming action, the Anchorwomen look to go 6-0 on the road against Trinity College tonight at 7 p.m. The men's team is also doing great. Starting off last week strong, the Anchormen beat Bridgewater State 85-72 at home on Tuesday. Isaiah Dahl was all over the court, scoring 17 points while drilling 5 3-pointers. Usman Karuma and Deshaun Tengbe also had great games. The two have been recording double-digit point games on multiple occasions. I got a chance to catch up with Coach Sam Ferry, Tengbe, Karuma after the game.
It feels great, we're playing well as a team, and we got a nice coach. He's backing us up and stuff like that, so yeah, it feels great.
Same thing he said. Feels great. Before the break, too, great team win.
It feels good because our team is doing it together, okay? Yep. We got a lot of guys. We don't have like one star. Everybody's doing it. They're okay, kind of sacrificing for the team, and that's why we're having success right now.
The Anchormen continued their success yesterday with the win against Amherst College by a score of 74-65. This was a big win coming off a loss to Brandeis University 51-66 on Sunday. The Anchormen will be back home looking to improve their record to 7-2 against Castleton University Saturday at 3 p.m. That's all for this week's Sports Recap. Back to you, Raymond.
Thank you, Isaac. That's all we have for this week on Anchor TV Weekly. To see future episodes and content by Anchor TV, please click the subscribe button down below. To get even more updates on what's happening at RIC, visit anchorweb.org. Just a brief programming note, next week, which is Monday, December 4th, will be Anchor TV's last newscast of the semester, and it will also be my last in this chair delivering the news since I am graduating. From Providence, Rhode Island, I'm Raymond Bakari, and I'll see you next week for the final time.